Hi, this is Ikenke from Blue Steel Auto School again. We're at the Seaview road test site now in Canarsie. There are a few things that kind of set Seaview apart from some of the other sites, and we're going to discuss them today. Of course, there are some things that are just generic to other sites, to every site, right? You have to do some turns, you have to do your parking, you have to do your 3-point turn. When you get in the car, you don't start the car without permission, you don't move the car without permission. All that goes without saying. At this point, we've discussed them in other videos. I'm just going to show you some of the things that are unique to to Seaview. Right? We did Starrett City in another video. We're at Seaview now. They're very close together. They're pretty much right next to each other. They have some similarities, but some differences also, and we will discuss those. Okay, so I'm sitting in where we will line up for Seaview, and all the preliminaries are done. It's time to pull out now. Gear, signal, wheel, one turn, mirror, shoulder, and just like Starrett City, it's 2 lanes. Make sure both lanes are clear. You're only going into the first lane, but make sure both lanes are clear. You start out in the first lane, just like Starrett City, right? You stay in this lane until told otherwise. Sometimes we'll start with this route. They ask you to turn left at 105th. You start off at 103rd. So you signal and you look, and then you slow down. Now, you have to be careful here because you can see these parked cars here. So you line up like usual, front to the yellow line. You can start making the turn because you have the island here, but you have to go slow and make sure there's nothing you can't see coming around the parked cars. All right. So that's one way to start the test. And then at any point you can be asked to park or do a 3-point turn. All right. So as soon as you make the turn, you're going to be asked to pull over. So be prepared for that. All right. So that's one way of starting at Seaview, and I'm going to come back around and we'll discuss the other way. Alright, so we're back to where we started, and I'm going to discuss the other way that you can start from Seaview. Alright, so we're going to pull out again. Gear, signal, wheel, observe. Alright, there's a car coming in the second lane. He's moving pretty slow. If it was me just by myself driving, I would go, but I'm trying to teach you the right thing for the road test, right? So you come out first lane, but make sure both lanes are clear. Now I see this car up ahead. He has his left signal on, but he's sitting still. I don't know what he's doing, so I'm gonna signal and look and go around. If that happens to you on the test, get a little closer to see what's going on, and then if you have to go around, you can signal and look and go around if it's safe. Typically, you would stay in the right lane. Now, I see this dollar van thing in the right lane, but typically you would stay in the right lane. Now, the only reason I left the right lane at that time is because of the obstruction there. But now, by the time you're here, they would have asked you to get to the left lane. And if you notice on the ground, they're arrows, so this gets a lot of people in trouble. Remember, I was discussing arrows before at Starrett City, right? You have to stop here. It's a stop sign. It's much clearer over here, so you can tell if there's anything there. But you have to pay attention to the arrows. Now, you could go straight across here and loop around. Very rarely do they do that. I mean, literally once in a blue moon. Most of the time, they have you do this turn that I'm making. But what happens is sometimes they don't make you, or they don't tell you to turn, right? They just assume, again, like I was discussing over at Starrett City, they just assume that you're going to watch the pavement marking and see that you're in a turning lane. So once you're in that left lane and you see as you're approaching the stop sign, you see that left turning arrow, they don't have to tell you to turn. They want you to watch the the pavement and then follow the instructions on the ground, right? I'm gonna make this left here, and we're just gonna go over a couple more things that could be, a challenge, so to speak, at Seaview. Right? We're gonna do this turn that they don't make you do too often anymore. I haven't seen them do it in a long time, but who knows? On your test, they might just decide to do it again. All right, so this is an always stop. All right, make sure you stop. You're the first one there, no pedestrians. Go out to your mark, make your turn. All right. So I'm gonna get to Seaview at the end here, and sometimes they might make you do this left turn onto Seaview that has the island, right? So the island is just a bigger yellow line. That's all you have to, imagine it as. So I'm gonna make this left. You stop here, because there's a stop sign, and you creep out. And you have to be clear on both sides, right? So you have to be clear on both sides. This FedEx van is coming, so I'm gonna stop, let him go. All right. I don't see anybody else to the left. I'm moving out very slow because I can't see to the right. Now I'm gonna stay straight. It's very important that you stay straight till you reach the curb. I'm still looking. Nothing is close enough. And when the front of your car reaches the edge of the island, one turn. And you go to the left lane first. Then I would move over to the right, but this truck is speeding by me. So typically I would go to the right when it was safe. But now I don't want to go straight, so I'm going to go back to the left. And again, we see the arrows on the ground, right? So in this lane, you have to turn left. I'm stopping. There's a stop sign here. I'm not sure if this guy is crossing or not. Is he crossing? All right. So I'm going to let him cross. All right. And now I'm going to go out to the center and one turn. And this, again, is another mistake that people make. You see how I made this left turn here? Some people would hook around. I don't want to do it, even though technically it is legal, because it's legal to do a U-turn there. There's no sign saying no U-turn. It is legal to do it, but that's not what they're asking you to do on the test. When you just hook around, right? So they're asking you to do a left turn, not a U-turn, right? So you have to understand, when they say left turn, they mean left turn. A lot of students get in trouble by just hooking around and going in the other direction on Seaview, which is not what they're asking you to do. All right, so some of them will fail you for that, which, I think they should understand you're a little nervous. It's not technically illegal. So some of them won't fail you. Some of them will, just give you points or something, but they won't fail you. But most of them will probably fail you. All right, I was there first. It's my turn, right? Okay, and this is another thing that gets some people at Seaview, for whatever reason, is making a right turn from the stop sign. So now you're coming back towards the end. So you're gonna, you could come down any of these streets. You come to the stop sign. Obviously, you stop at the line, not in the crosswalk, and then you start creeping out. No pedestrians right now. You're looking side to side, mirror to curb. When your mirror gets to the curb, just do one turn, right? And as long as it's clear, you come around. Now I see this FedEx van here, so I'm gonna signal left, look left, and then go around in the left lane, right? And then I'm gonna get back over, signal right, look right, mirror shoulder, and come back over. Just get over the line and point straight, right? But all you have to do, it's just a normal turn. Just make sure you stop, and then you can get your mirror to the curb, make sure it's clear, right? And then you make your turn, right? So that is what the test at Seaview looks like, right? It's nothing that you can't handle, right? It's just as long as you have the right guidance and you practice, right? So it shouldn't be just like brand new to you on the test, right? Because you're gonna be nervous on the test, so you don't want it to be completely new. It should be, anything that you see on the test should be something that you've done before, that you've handled before. So it's kind of like muscle memory, and you're not trying to think about what to do on the test, right? So again, please like the video, ask questions, comment as you wish, request notifications, and subscribe. And I hope you learned something, and take care.